Hello fellow YouTubers, gamers, and newcomers like my name is Shadix99 and welcome to It Moves, otherwise known as Creepypasta the game. Now I love a good scares, and it seems like horror games are coming back in full force. So let's begin. Adjust the brightness so that the left bar on the I guess it's good. This is bedtime. It's supposed to be a happy time for an event for a tired child. For me, it was terrifying. While some children might complain about being put to bed before they have finished watching a film or playing their favorite video game, when I was a child, nighttime was something to truly fear. Somewhere in the back of my mind, it still is. So wait, are we in the present now, or are we in the past? This is me. Oh. Choppy controls a bit. I cannot prove what happened to me was objectively real, like all creepypastas. But I can swear that what I experienced was genuine horror. A good creepypasta does that. A fear which in my mind I am glad to say has never been equaled, or I will relate to you all relate it to you now as best as I can. Make of it what you will, but I will be glad to just get it off my chest. This is my father. Don't go pulling out too much stuff now. It's bedtime soon. Wait, I don't even know what time it is. You don't have a clock here. This is my brother's room. He told me yesterday to keep out of the room that we both shared until then. Why? It's locked, stupid bro. Okay. Flowers. Mom put these here. Okay. Shoes. Not very interesting. Yeah, I would actually agree on that. I can't remember exactly when it started, but my appreciation towards falling asleep seems to correspond with my being moved into a room of my own. I think I've heard this creepypasta. Wait. Is that Will Ferrell? From Anchorman? A man with a mustache. Am I crazy, or is that Will Ferrell? Or it looks like Will Ferrell. Mom told me not to touch her stuff, especially this stuff. Moving on. This is my mother. That's it? How do you like your new room? Soon you'll be sleeping alone for the first time. It seems like this would be something more... yeah. They just move in here too? I was 8 years old at the time. And until then I had shared a room quite happily with my older brother. In other words, 2-bedroom homes. As is perfectly understandable for a boy of 5 years, my senior, my brother eventually wished for a room of his own, and as a result, I was given the room at the back of the house. Why didn't they have the older brother move there? Would have saved time for the younger brother to kind of... yeah. As my brother was given a new bed, I was given the bunk beds which we used to share. You can't take apart a bunk bed and use them as two separate beds. People know that, right? While I was upset about sleeping on my own, I was excited at the thought of being able to sleep on the top bunk. Wait, never slept on the top bunk before? Which seemed far more adventurous to me. What? It just went from dark to light. Oh, you're just gonna say that. Oh, cutscene. Is that my brother? Oh. Alright, it's bedtime. Already? Yes, adult needs to sleep. You'll see, you'll be sleeping alone for the first time. You excited? Yes, Mom. What? Why aren't you excited? You were just saying how great you had it in the fact that you had the bunk bed. Alright, I'm turning off the lights. Good night. Good night. Seriously. He was excited to have the top bunk, but again. Chapter 1. Cave. Chapters. Save. I have played a bit. I forgot what I was doing for this, but there's a frog man. Can I talk to him? Hello? Oh, I didn't want to talk to you anyways. A small water hole. The water is dirty and probably not a good idea to drink. Well, yeah, but this is a dream, right? He should be able to have whatever he wants. What is that thing? Kind of looks like a... I don't know what to make of it. Oh, wait. Mankey! A pot and some rag cloth. A cold, unwelcoming breeze comes from the bottom of the stairs. Go down! Yeah! That's not gonna bite me in the butt. Still there. Weird mushrooms. Looks poisonous. I know this in games. Just keep running. A purple mushroom. Definitely poison. Okay, just keep running then. Do 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 do. Minding my own business. Do 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 do. Ah! Is that the thing? Oh, hey. Oh. Let's try this one. Now the... Oh. Did it. I better keep my... Oh crap, baskets. Come on, is there a sprint button? Yeah, definitely run. You do not want to stop if you see that thing. Why aren't you running? Everything's turning red, everything's turning red. Oh crap, 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 crap. Oh crap, crap, crap. Keep running. And Secret of Mana took a really dark turn all of a sudden. I know you get thrown off a cliff, but Mom, I had a bad dream. Sounds like it's morning. What's wrong? I had a bad dream. Oh, that's too bad, sweetie. I'll be up in a minute and we can eat breakfast together. Is breakfast already done? Alright, hurry up. Go change your clothes and I'll be right there. Yeah, it's totally morning time. But yeah. So another day started, and it was a day of little importance to our story. I won't bother you with details. The one thing I remember is that even though I played with my friends like I always did, I somehow felt lonely. I didn't even enter my new room until later that night. It was time to go to sleep again. But it's just like a creepypasta to kind of gloss over the fact that a lot of things could keep a person out of the room, or even out of the situation. And now it's time to go to sleep. For it is creepypasta time. No, but seriously, this is actually a fun game. I recommend it to anyone who wants to try it, who wants a more scare thing, or even reading or listening to creepypastas. Not it. Frowny face. Happy face. Frowny face. Happy face. Frowny face. Oh. Anacor. Is that the name of his friend or something? Red guy kind of makes me a little... The spooks. The one we caught. It's one of those... a wanted poster. And I've moved a lot faster too. That's good to hear. Everything's getting redder. Does it mean it's getting hotter in here? I honestly don't know where everything is. Nothing of interest, I think. That face is creepy. It's creepy. Instructions on how to use a fire extinguisher. Is that Jeff the Killer? Famous creepypasta about a guy who gets his name because he... Yeah, there are definitely spooks and specters around here. Sometimes it's actually hard to see these guys. And plus, with the fact that you get faster and faster, it's actually hard to sometimes get to where you want to go. Okay. Man, that face is really creepy. I'm not even sure if it's... what? Man, this creepypasta came sure lives up to its reputation. It's free to download if you want to. I'll leave a link in the description down below. No me gusta. No me gusta. You awake from a deep sleep to something moving or stirring. It takes a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears even when lucid. That is when, if you hear a growl, you start to scream. Wait, oh. Something was moving. There was no doubt about that. I mistake the little thing down underneath the text for something creepy. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black, but there was enough light creeping in from the outside to outline that room. So what time is it? Like, is it dark or almost light? Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house laid in darkness and silence. The second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously awoken me. Yeah, that's when you start screaming. That was it. Bed sheets rustling in the dark and someone breathing, as if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all comfortable in the bottom bunk. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination or perhaps my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. Yeah, I was going to note that a lot of times it seems like the door closes. So, unless the cat has opposable thumbs and can jump high, it ain't doing you no good to keep that door closed. And truly, in the actual way to survive a horror film or a film like this, or even a horror game like this, start screaming as soon as you can. Perhaps my mum had checked up on me. Wait, mum? As in, it was mom, but now it's mum? Ugh. Had checked in on me and the cat sneaked in to my room then. Yes, that must have been... Like this video if you actually would believe that would be the worst idea to think of if you heard growling that doesn't sound like a cat. I turned to face the wall, closing my eye in the faint hope that I could fall back asleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat, but quickly I realized that the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet trying to sleep, much more sinister. Yeah, you just figured that out. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. I'm actually kind of worried about this kid, if he's going to be kind of just nonchalant until the final second where he realizes, hey, I'm going to call my parents. They'll help me. They'll at least see something. I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increased ferocity. Fear then gripped me, not like the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potent and terrifying. Run! Or scream or something. horror games and movies always are like, hey, guess what? Let's do it like this because we know that we can take on a killer or a monster by ourselves. Yeah, no. If I was in his shoes, I'd be screaming bloody murder. My heart raced as my eyes panicked, scanning the almost impenetrable darkness. I let out a cry. Now you do. As most young boys do, I instinctively shouted for my mother. I could hear something stir on the other side of the house, but as I began to breathe a sigh of relief that my parents were coming to save me, the bunk bed started to shake violently. I still stand by he should have screamed earlier, because at least then he would have avoided most of this. As if gripped by an earthquake, scraping against the wall. You'd think his parents would actually hear this beforehand. I could hear the sheets below me thrashing around as if tormented by malice. I did not want to jump down to safety as I feared the thing in the bottom bunk would reach out and grab me. Yeah. Pulling me into darkness. So I stayed there, white-knuckled, clenched my own blanket like a shroud of protection. Dude. The wait seemed like an eternity. And it's gone. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? I cried as my mother consoled me. Tears of fear followed by relief streamed down my face. Yet, through all the horror and relief, I did not tell her why I was so upset. Dude, you should have told her. I cannot explain it, but as though whatever had been in that bunk would return if I even so much as spoke of it. Get rid of the bunk then. That's all you had to do. Get rid of the bunk. Whether that was the truth, I did not know. But as a child, I felt as if that unseen menace remained close listening. My mother laid in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day wanting to be anywhere but in that suffocating room. It's not the room, it's the bunk bed. If you actually create a seal on the bottom, you could actually keep yourself from getting attacked. Because there would be nothing to get in there easily. It was Saturday, and I played outside quite happily with my friends. Although our house was not large, we were lucky to have a long, sloping garden in the back. We played there often, as much as it was overgrown. Climbing the huge sycamore tree which towered. Yeah, in other words, yeah. My eye would turn to that small window in my room. Ordinary sight, slight and innocence. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange, cold pocket of dread. Then ask to switch rooms. Don't just go, oh, I'm going to be scared, so I'm going to stay in this room. Go, hey, I would like to switch rooms with my brother. I'm scared of that room. But we wouldn't have a creepypasta if that was the case. Inside, the feeling of something which could play, I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. Yeah. Of course he says nothing. Still, could have easily avoided all of this. Chapter 3. Factorized. Yeah, I can run now. This kid needs therapy. Seriously, if this is what his dreams are like, he needs to get some professional help. But that's just me. Sorry, I'm just seeing a reflection with my little leatherhead doll there, and we have an evil place. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Nope, that's still unavailable apparently. Maybe over here? It's almost like the lights on a runway at airports. Yeah. What was that? I'm getting goosebumps just by playing this game. A picture of some kind of green landscape. The picture is in too bad shape to make out the details. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. I really don't want to play horror games because I just remembered how much they like to throw different stories out. But beggars can't be choosers, right? I was looking for a game and, well, Tat's Top Videos actually recommended it. A creepy mask. Yeah, that's creepy, alright. No me gusta. No me gusta. Do not like. Do not like. But honestly though, please like this video. If you are actually having fun. A creepy mask. I'd be more worried at the fact that you just saw that creepy mask on the wall and it's right in front of you now. Bendy? No, wait, no, this is way too early of a game for that. Baghead? Leatherface? Leatherface is still behind me. Now where am I supposed to go? I did that turn thing. Yeah, see? Maybe it's up here. I think I remember a turn. Ah, this is really. Ah. Aha. And the walls will ooze red slime. Oh wait, that they always do that. Where do I go now? This is so creepy. And this is a good one though. Leatherhead's still there. Ah. Pile of flesh. I mean, a good scare should actually just be somebody popping out of something. This is actually really good and scary at the same time. And man, it's getting me. And Leatherhead is gone. Ah. 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 No, no me gusta. No me gusta. Ah. It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind, no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word that came to me that night lying there in the darkness, alone, frightened, aware of a rotten change in the atmosphere. Another way of saying he didn't call it anything. Ghost? Yeah, something's coming from you or your bed. A slow, rhythmic, raspy breathing, heavy and escaped from the thing below. Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm not reading all this, but yeah, it's a good game. It would make a great creepypasta. But at the same time, what was that? It only came for like a second. Then with great force it prodded angrily between the... Even through the padding, wow. Slenderman? Is it a Slenderman? Or is it Scissorman? Yeah. In other words, basically, he just... This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. I guess that would be a good thing to not have. Night after night, I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time I would scream so as to not provide this abomination with time to prod and feel for me. With each cry, about time he understood, hey, I am scared and there are people in this house. I don't live alone. And yeah, that's one thing people need to remember, the horror films, is that if you are in a house with people, scream. Somebody's gonna hear you, especially if they care about you. Chapter 4, Anger Overload. Oh, I think this is the final one, but yeah, on RPG Maker, this is really well done. Both in story and in actual Earthquake and in actual gameplay. You don't get this type of a feel with some of the modern games that a lot of people make. Man, that is a creepy looking spider. Don't fall now, come on. This brains in jars heads another one. Most likely he's asleep and he's feeling it. You there? Just keep running. Just keep running. Oh crap. Oh crap, baskets. I think I remember seeing this in something. So in other words, basically he's scared and he's going to... Yeah. You know how a creepypasta ends. Usually with either the person becoming a monster or... Yeah. My grandmother, a wonderfully kind and gentle woman, had deteriorated greatly since the death of my grandfather. My mother was trying her best to keep her in the community as long as possible. However, dementia is a cruel and degenerative illness. Yeah. Before she could be moved, my grandmother had a particularly difficult few nights, and my mother decided that she would stay with her. So in other words, he's screwed. An old desk and a chest. And some chairs which kept in... I told my father I was making an office, which he found adorable, but... As darkness approached, I lay there knowing that my mother was not in the house. I did not know what to do. Well, yeah. Kind of getting a little cliche here with the whole family crucifix, and it's just something that I've seen a lot in a lot of B-grade horror films where somebody will take a piece of religion and instead of going to like the church to get a bunch of holy water or something that they would have, they just... Yeah. It's just a crucifix. It's not even like a Bible too, so that way he could actually go, okay, by the way, here's a verse about something that's similar. Sleep eventually came, and I drifted off to dream. Unfortunately, that night was the most terrifying of all. I think it has something to do with his actual brother. Urban Explorer. That last one was short, though. Alright. Let's see what I can do. That feeling that something invading your privacy even without ill will is still disturbing. Well, yeah. Oh. You are good. Even if you don't know why they are here, you hold the greatest amount of fear for them. You know what? I'm following. Wait. A busted old machine of some sort. Plants grow through the cracks in the floor. This is starting to get really, really creepy. Is this the... Did I go the right way? Perhaps. There's a piece of paper here. Who's there? Oh, come on. That's not a knock-knock joke. Ah! No, it's a knock-knock scare. You're awfully quiet nowadays, son. Is there something wrong? Nothing. Are you sure? Is there something wrong with your new room? Oh, for a second I thought the guy on the left was... Alright then. So wait, what happened to the mother? Wow. It is a bright type of dark. The room felt a nightly visitor that had that unwelcome wheezing. Yeah. It kind of sounds like Jeepers Creepers songs. I lay motionless. Wow. Doing. This is. I was a tip. Man, this is getting really creepy. Chapter 6, The Abyss. Of course I want to save. Especially, man. Hey, cool, I can swim. I want to touch a fish. Aw. Let's go left. Man. That whole scene though with the father and the son talking. Okay, I can't go that way, so I gotta go this way. Won't let me. Did I make a wrong turn at Albuquerque? Wait, is that the father? Why won't you let me read logbook? Yes. One of my biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I am now working in a mining station thousands of feet underwater. Anglerfish. Whatever that was. And there's the anglerfish. With a huge hole like that, how could he... Oh man, this is creepy. I know I've been saying that about the entire game, but this is like genuinely creepy. Oh. It would have been actually kind of cool, better if it was just like the darkness enshrouding him. Then we finally get to see a faint shimmer of what would have been it. If it hadn't so much as breathed since I had woken up, perhaps or was it toying with me after all it had done for countless nights? And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress, with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off, savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible, and mustering every ounce of courage as I could. Then the room glowed red. I reached over slowly with my right hand, began to feel the blanket off me. What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something smooth, cold, something which felt unmistakably like a grunt hand. I held my breath in terrors, as I was sure it must have known that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hands carefully further down the blanket. Felt The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest, with the hand resting on my left shoulder, as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. I realized I would have to move this cadaverous appendage in order to have as much as a hope. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my track. Fear once again swelled in my stomach. In my chest, I received a coiled hand in disgust at the touch of straggled, oily hair. It's getting really creepy and... yeah. Dear God, it moved. Won't let me go that way either. Having once chosen never to seek to return to the crossroads that all... Is that the creature from before? With power lines? No gusta. No me 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 gusta. Let me do something other than just stand here. And that is the end of our game. Oh wait, this might actually be the end of the game. It moved. It was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As its hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed against the cold wall, which the bed lay against. All that happened to me in that room was the strange... Eyeless Jack? He's going to steal your kidney, man. He's going to steal your kidney. I realized that this clutching, rancid thing, which drew great delight from violating a young boy's bed, was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall like a spider striking from the lair. Suddenly its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. This is really creepy. I now realized where it was taking me, into the wall. I fought for my dear life. I cried, and suddenly my voice returned to me, yelling and screaming, but no one came. Then I realized why I was so eager to suddenly strike. This is the thing. Though my window, that which had seemed to represent so much malice from outside, streaked hopes, the first rays of sunshine, I struggled. As I fought for my life, the unearthly parasite shifted, slowly pulling itself up to my chest. In other words, he got lucky with the sun. I passed out as it scrawny's finger encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. I woke to my father offering to make me some breakfast. Little did I think that it would try to take mine and me. Weeks passed without incident, yet one cold frostbitten night I awoke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk bed used to be vibrating. I lay there, sure I could hear a The following year, I was given a larger room on the other side of the house, and my parents took that room as their bedroom. They said they didn't need a large room, just one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days. We moved on the 11th. Whoa. In other words, that room was the problem. And it's moved. It's a really fun game, really creepy, atmospheric type of thing. If you are ever in the mood to get scared or get creeped out as much as you want, go ahead and actually check it out. Like I said before, we'll leave a link in the description down below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please show some love by giving that like button a good love and also subscribing so that way you can see what will come next. And yeah, that's all I have to say. And comment as well, what would you do in his situation? Would you stay in the room or would you leave? Thanks for watching.